Time now for our rants and raves, starting with Dan.
I have a rant for Twitter, which is getting all kinds of congratulations for saying we're not going to accept political advertising anymore. My feeling is, can't anybody get it right? I mean, Facebook is being justifiably criticized for taking any political ad, whether it's true or not. I think that everybody ought to be able to take political ads, not run the ones that have blatant falsehoods in them, and we move on. I don't think they deserve any congratulations whatsoever.
All right. Farah.
My rant is for Nell Scoville, the woman who 10 years ago wrote the Vanity Fair piece calling out David Letterman. She was way ahead of the Me Too curve, and David Letterman was also way ahead of the sex scandal curve. So, and they just sat down together.
Wait, is this the intern that he?
This is the woman who is writing on his show, and she called him out 10 years ago, and then she sat down with him in a piece, recently, and wrote another piece, and it was kind of I think the other piece is worth checking out. Sort of, can you come back from this? It was good.
David has become kookier and kookier. All right. Callie.
I have a rave for the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism on the campus of Arizona State University. A couple of months ago, they announced that they would be the home headquarters for Indian Country Today. And just recently, PBS announced a new bureau would be, West Coast Bureau would be situated there at the school. So here they are, participating in active journalism while teaching journalists. I think it's great. It of course supports diversity in terms of the journalism world. So I'm thrilled to see what they're doing by embracing both of these entities into their site. It's great.
All right, Mike.
My rant is for TV and the stupid banner file. The dirty little secret of banners in television news is that there's rarely any editorial control. They're done on the fly.
Yeah.
They're often done by the most inexperienced people in the newsroom, and sometimes you come out with ones like this at Fox 26 in Houston as they were doing their reporting in preview of Game 7.
Yeah.
Astros must win Game 7 to win World Series. Well, thank you for that wonderful observation.
Totally accurate.
Totally accurate, too, because Houston did not win Game 7, and they are not World Series champs. So thank goodness we have Fox 26 to put context to the World Series and a Game 7.
It's always the case, though, that the most silly, and I hate to say it, it's often local news where
absolutely
and the misspellings and the trite phrases.
And then when the president actually reads a banner and then retweets it word for word from a network, that is even scarier.
All right, well, I have kind of a nostalgic rant, and I got to make it a rant tonight for the closing of Out of Town News in Harvard Square, which closed its doors last night. They turned the keys over to the city of Cambridge. I don't know what the city of Cambridge is going to do with it, but people had stopped buying news from around the world, or even, out of town, even, Washington, D.C. They just weren't doing it. And I'm sure, they couldn't keep up. I mean, they ran it like a little community mom and pop, but...
That's so sad. It is the end of an era. And it reminds me, isn't the museum closing too?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We did a story. I think it's still open, though.
It's called...
I have a little oil painting of that
Out of Town
news,
is going to become a cultural
would...
center, cultural arts center.
Really?
The
Yes,
piece of
it could be
property.
a
But that's
museum.
temporary.
Right,
I
it is
think.
temporary.
Yeah.
But that place is tiny, so it's just it's a piece of property.
Yes, so this community arts group is going to go in there temporarily.
Well, everybody who says they're missing it, no one has bought anything there in years.
That's
for
exactly
the reasons
right,
that we're
exactly.
talking about.
I remember the last year that I bought something there. Thank you.
20 years
Yeah,
ago.
me too.
All right, well, finally tonight, I have been remiss in not doing this. I want to acknowledge two of my colleagues here tonight who just a few weeks ago won the Yankee Quill Award, which is one of the most prestigious awards in our business. It's put out by the newspaper industry, but it recognizes people who have done outstanding work in their field in broadcasting or print or digital, and Dan Kennedy and Callie Crossley were two of the recipients earlier this month, and October it was. So
and we're joining you. You're already in.
I won it a few years ago. Thank you so much. Right, congratulations.
Maybe we're next.